All right, guys, welcome back. Aloha. It is Thursday. We are starting with comparing numbers. So the numbers we are comparing, we're starting with 384,509. We are comparing that to 384,285. Okay, when comparing, you always start with the highest place value. The 3 is the same in the hundred thousands. The 10,000s is the same. The thousands is the same. So, here we go. The hundreds is not the same. So, we are going to make a greater than sign because clearly 5 is greater than 2. Okay. We are then going to compare, millions. 3,593,509. And we are comparing that to 3,594,905. Okay. The millions are the same. The hundred thousands are the same. The 10,000s are the same. But here we go. Our thousands are different. Clearly, the 4 is larger, so we're going to write a less than sign. Okay. This one is less than that one. Okay. If you are confused or have any questions, please make sure you are asking them below. Okay. Next, we are going to find the sum. We are starting with 854,855. We are adding 580, almost didn't do an 8 right there, 80,688. Okay, 8 plus 5 gives me 13. 8 plus 5 plus 1 more gives me 14. 8 plus 6 plus 1 more gives me 15. 4 plus 1 is 5. 8 plus 5 is
13.
13 again. 8 plus 5 plus 1 more is 14. So we have 1,435,543. Okay. All right. Our next one is a find the product one. All right. We are multiplying 8,580 by 6. Okay. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 8 is 48. 4. Okay, 6 times 5 is 30, plus 4 more is 34. And then 6 times 8, again, is 48, plus 3 more is 51. Okay, we're going to put our comma in. So our answer is 51,480. Yay, us. Okay, next we have a word problem. I love those. In 7 days, a clothing store sold 2,877 pieces of clothing. If they sold the same amount of clothes each day, how many pieces did they sell in one day? Well, we know how much they sold in 7. In 7 days, they sold 2,877. So what do you think we're going to do? If you said divide, you are correct. We're going to divide so we know how much they sold in one day. All right. How many times will 7 go into 2? It will not. All right, so now we look at the 28. How many times will 7 go into 28? It'll go 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, we bring down our next number. How many times will 7 go into 7? It will go 1. 1 times 7 is 7. Bring down our final number. How many times will 7 go into 7? It will go 1 time. So our answer is 411.
It's a word problem.
It is a word problem. So we have to say what? We have to say pieces or pieces of clothing. All right. Excellent. All right. Our next problem is, find the least common multiple. So we have to do our multiples. Okay. We're doing 3. We're doing 9. Remember, always start with the first 5. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We have 9, 18, 27, 36. Ooh, goodness, I had a brain fart there. 40. Okay, no, not right. 45. Okay, the smallest number they have in common is this 9. So our least common multiple is 9. Okay. All right. Woohoo! We are rocking through this one. If you have any questions, please make sure you're asking them. All right, and we are going to do some addition problems with mixed numbers, which is what we were practicing yesterday. Okay, we are adding 7 and 8 tenths to 7 and 7 tenths. Okay, What do we do? Well, as I said, split it into 2. Okay, 8 plus 7 gives me 15 over 10. That is improper. So tip it over. How many times will 10 go into 15? 1, with 5 left over. Okay, we cannot leave it like that. So what number will go into both 5 and 10? 5 will go into both of them. 5 will go into 5 one time. 5 will go into 10 2 times. Okay, 7 plus 7 is 14. And now we just simply have to add the 2 pieces together. So your answer is 15 and 1/2. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we are going to subtract. Okay. We are starting with 6 and 7/12. We are going to subtract 3 and 9/12. Oh no, the dreaded problem. Don't panic. Okay. We know how to do this. What do? Well, we're going to break one of these into pieces. How many pieces? 12, because that's our denominator. We are left with 5. Okay, now we're going to rewrite the problem so it's easier to solve. Now we have 5 wholes. 7 plus 12 more is 19. 19/12. We're going to take away 3 and 9/12. Okay. If you subtract, you end up with 10/12. If you subtract, you end up with 2. 10 and 12 can both be reduced by 2. So 2, and how many times will 2 go into 10? It'll go 5 times. How many times will 2 go into 12? It will go 6 times. So your answer is 2 and 5 6. Okay. All right. If you need a little help, please make sure to ask me a question. I want to answer those questions. Okay. All right. Ooh, another word problem. Yay. Carlos reads for 1/2 hour every night. How many hours would he have read in 11 nights? Okay. So what are we going to do? We're going to multiply, clearly. So we're going to multiply. What do we do when we're trying to do a whole number multiplied by a fraction? That's right. You make the whole number into a fraction. So we're going to put it over 1. 1 times 11 is 11. 2 times 1 is 2. It is improper. We cannot leave it this way. So tip it on its side. How many times will 2 go into 11? It'll go 5 whole times with 1 left over. So your answer is 5 and 1/2. It is a word problem. So we have to put words. And in this case, that is hours. 5.5 hours. Okay. All right. Rocking along. We got just 2 more. All right. Again, converting is so easy because all you have to do is read it out loud and make sure you know where your place values are. Okay. What does this say? It says 43 hundredths. Okay. Where's your hundredths place? It's right here. There you go. 43 hundredths. Okay. What does this one say? It says 72 hundredths. 72 hundredths. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. All right. And now our last one, the one that I said yesterday we were going to wait and then do a little mini lesson on. Okay. So we need to be able to, in these boxes, I'm going to make some boxes. Okay. We want an acute, a right, and an obtuse. We want an equilateral, an isosceles, and a scalene. Okay, what did we remember? Equilateral, all 3 sides and all 3 angles are the same. So if all the angles are the same, and if you will recall, I said all the angles are what? That's right, 60 degrees, and 60 degrees is smaller than 90, so that means it's an acute. So we can draw an equilateral that has acute angles. Okay, can we draw an isosceles with acute angle? We can, because remember, 2 of the sides on isosceles are exactly the same length. So we're going to draw it like this. We got our cute little angle at the top. There we go. All right, can we draw a scalene one with
obtuse angles?
An acute angle? We can. We can. See? All the sides are a different length on a scalene, and we do have angles that are acute here. Okay. All right, can we draw an equilateral with a right angle? No, all the angles have to be 60 degrees. Can we draw an isosceles with a right angle?
Yes. Yes.
Can we? Yes. Look, if you draw the right angle like this. Make sure that both sides are the same length. Okay, do you have two that are the same length? Yes. Do you have two angles that are the same angle? Yes, so we can do that. And then scaling, easy peasy. All three sides are a different length, but we do have that right angle, right? Okay. All right, now obtuse. Can you draw an equilateral triangle with an obtuse angle? No way, Jose, you cannot. Okay, can you draw an isosceles with an obtuse angle? Yeah, go ahead and make that really big angle there. Make sure these two sides are the same length. Okay, and then yeah, here, we'll make them even more obtuse. Hold on, I'll make them really obtuse. There you go. But these two sides are the same length, so it is still an isosceles triangle, okay? And then scaling, go to town, guys, go to town, okay? There you go. Easy peasy. See you tomorrow.